Assalamu alaikum, namaste, hotep, shalom alaikum, peace. This is Tracy Lene Muhammad, and I would like a few minutes of your time to just discuss when you just have trouble believing in yourself. It happens to me. I don't know, perhaps you have great belief in yourself, and that's amazing. Some of us struggle with it from day to day, some of us struggle with it from moment to moment. For me, for the most part, I believe in myself. But that's a new journey. That's a new process, and it came from doing the work. So I just wanted to share with you some of the things I did to get to the place where I believed in myself. The first thing I did to have belief in myself is I asked my higher power to help me connect to the source, reconnect, because I believe that we all come from the source and we're just little bitty pieces of it. So my soul already had a connection, but the personality that is Tracy lost connection. So in order for me to connect back, I had to ask permission to see into the parts of my life that disconnected me in the first place. That was the difficult part, because in order for me to see those things, I had to have situations come in that brought them to light. I read a really, really long time ago, probably when I was about 15 or 16, that anybody that you meet that you don't like, it's because they mirror something in you that you don't like. You see something in them, it's a mirror. And I took that on early on. So I would kind of meet people, and if they annoyed me, I'd ask myself, what is it about them that I see in me? And it's not about jealousy. I'm fortunate that I didn't come to the planet with a jealous soul. I'm not a jealous person. I'm not envious. I was actually the complete opposite. I thought everybody was better than me. Everybody had a better chance at everything, and I was just lucky to just exist. So I wasn't a jealous person. I never wanted what other people had. I didn't think I was worthy to have what anybody else had. So I didn't approach life from that angle. So a lot of times I got victimized because I was willing to be a victim. And in that, when it took a few situations for me to recognize I'm acting like a victim, and for me to look into why I was doing that, and to look into the persons that were annoying me and say, okay, so I do that. It used to annoy me so much when people would cut me off when I was talking, until I realized, when people told me over and over, I cut people off. I don't let people get a word in edgewise. So it was happening to me. I'm much better at it now because I don't like the way that feels to not finish your thought. So I'm allowing people to finish their thought. But I had to get that mirror in order to do that. I'm sitting out here at Sunday Park, and I'm learning to be consistent, and it's scary because I'm like, well, I don't have anything to talk about. Nobody wants to hear from me every day. But that's that negative voice in me that I want to quell, because belief in self would have me to say, if I said that I was going to do this every day, if other people are successfully doing it every day, why can't I? And that's not me trying to take away from them, but I also believe that each of us comes to the planet with these gifts. And one of my gifts is what they call the gift of gab. I am not afraid to talk to people, and I have a pleasing voice, and I'm kind of funny. So I want to use those talents to help other people pull out their talents. Not that they necessarily need me, but that each one teach one resonates with me, because we're always learning. People are always teaching you something, and the way you respond, you're teaching them how to treat you. So in essence, what I'm saying is, there are days that when I don't believe in myself, then I usually meet people that make me get into the mode of, you better believe in yourself before they take full advantage of you, because that belief in self is key. No matter what you're doing, if you believe in yourself, you can make it happen. It has to start with that belief in self. And if you struggle with that, there's some tools that you can use. You can write affirmations and stick them up all over your house, and every time you walk by them, you have to say them out loud. You can record your own voice with affirmations and sleep with that playing all night long, so that you have the opportunity to hear yourself talking to yourself. You can read books about how to believe in yourself. There's the EFT, the tapping method, emotional freedom technique. There is Dianetics, where you can go back into those issues that plagued you and release them. We don't have the ability to forget anything. We store it, but we do have the ability to take the charge, to unplug it from the wall. One of the things that I did to unplug some major things that I did to myself, and I was holding shame and guilt, is I visualized that situation happening, all of it. And I walked up to each person involved and I said, I forgive you. And then I visualized myself at a socket and unplugging it from the socket. And when I unplugged it from the socket, I saw it dissipating. And for me, it worked. A lot of times, people will say that, oh, you don't need to do those types of things, just forget. And that may work for you. I'm also not a person that's going to say what works for everybody, because we're all individuals. We didn't come here with the same DNA, so we don't have the same purpose in life. We don't have the same thought process. If it works for you, go for it. But if it doesn't, be willing to try something else. That's the key. Belief in self is being willing to try something else, and it's being willing to let go of things that no longer serve you. When I started teaching yoga, before I started teaching yoga, somebody very close to me, I was always in the exercise field. I took one yoga class in 2004, and I said, I'm going to teach yoga one day. And someone very close to me said, you can't teach yoga because you took one yoga class. And I took that, held on to it, and when I came back to Virginia, I just started taking yoga. I loved it. And after about 2 years of taking it, one of the teachers who's near and dear to my heart, she's since transitioned, Arlene Bajork, told me that I should teach yoga. And I said, I can't teach yoga because someone told me that I can't teach yoga. And she said, I'm sorry, what do you mean? I said, well, they said I took one yoga class, so I can't be a yoga teacher. And she's looking at me, she was like, that was 2 years ago, and you're still holding on to it? And I let it go. And to toot my own horn, I am a spectacular yoga teacher. There are lots of things that I can't do, but I can cue it. I can't do it, but I can cue it. And I watch my students do some amazing things, but it's because I believe in myself in the area of yoga. I believe I'm good. I go into class not with an arrogance, but every time I'm in class, when we're in the meditative state, I ask the divine power to connect me to the energy of yoga and let me give them what they need, and it works out. I don't have a set playlist. I just let the music play through, so I don't know what's coming on. I just have like 200 or 300 songs dumped in a playlist, but that's because I believe in myself in that area. I made this. This is one of my rompers. I believe in myself in the area of sewing clothing that are free-flowing and make you feel whimsical. Excuse me. So when I do that and I print on it, I believe in that, and I believe they sell, and they do sell. I've been selling this romper for about 4 years, and I'm always getting sales for them. They have pockets in them, just so you know, and it's really comfy. See? And of course you can order one. And the reason why I have to charge a little bit more than you may can go in like Walmart and get a romper, but this, for one, is bamboo cotton, is sustainable to the earth, and for two, I don't get the prices for the fabric that somebody gets. That, hi.
I didn't want to, if you were taking a picture.
Oh, go ahead, sweetie. I do a YouTube video. It's not, that was so sweet of you. Hey there, cutie.
Beautiful this morning.
It's so gorgeous. That's why I like to come out here and do it. Thank you for that consideration. That was nice. See, there are lots of kind people in the world. She was stopped right there with her dog waiting for me to finish, but I'm going to be here for at least another minute, so I let her go. Anyway, so back to this romper. I print on it as well, but there were times when I didn't believe in myself, and nobody's going to buy that. And then people started buying it, and nobody's going to pay $65 for it, and people started paying $65 for it because it's worth it, and I make it from fabric to finish. So of course you can order one if you like. I also sell Arbonne, and I'm also using this platform to talk about the things that I do because I believe in myself, and it's beneficial to you. Starting June 3rd, the Aubon 30 challenge, where we eat clean and healthy and lose the weight that we've been saying we want to lose, but it's stuck here. Exercise is important, but eating is 80% of weight loss. It's what we put in our bodies. I also believe that the foods we eat can help change our thinking. Like if I stop eating meat again, and I feel like my thoughts are freer than they were when I didn't eat beef or pork. I haven't done that for 26 years. Yep, 26 years. But I did eat chicken and turkey, and I started eating lamb about 2 years ago. But now that I've cut all of that out again, it's been maybe almost 2 months now again, I feel a lot lighter in my thought process. So that's maybe something you may want to consider, especially the way they're producing the meat now. But I wanted to talk about the Aubon 30 challenge, and I would love for you to, if you have my phone number, to text me or DM me or inbox me, and we can talk about 30 days to wholeness. We have the products, they're all natural, 100% safe, and we can do this together. We can decide that we don't want to show up in life with extra pounds on us if that's what we want to do. That's the other thing. And then I print. If you have a t-shirt you want. So belief in myself is me getting out there, releasing the thoughts of rejection, and knowing that even if somebody tells me no, it's not personal. It's no to what I offer. Maybe this style isn't for you. I have a really good friend, and she's like, you make fat girl clothes, because she's really skinny and really cute. She takes my yoga class, and she doesn't mean any harm by it, but so that my style doesn't work for her. But I don't think it's fat girl clothes. I think it's comfy girl clothes. So I like to make them and wear them, and I pray that other people do as well. So now I'm beginning to ramble, so I'm going to let you go, and I hope that this Tuesday is absolutely spectacular for you. I'm headed now to teach children's yoga, which I absolutely love to do. It has pockets, the little press keys in the pocket. I love teaching children's yoga, so I want to leave you with this thought, with this assignment. Go home or wherever you are and tell yourself 5 things that are really spectacular about you. Say I am, because the I am connects it to you, because we're a part of the great I am. So for me, in the mornings, I wake up and the first thing I say is I am grateful, because I am grateful. I'm 50 years old. I'm grateful to wake up another day and to look this spectacular at 50, because sometimes people can show up looking a little raggedy by 50. That's because of how they live their life in their 20s and 30s. It catches up with you. So if you're in your 20s or 30s and you're not living right, go ahead and change that, so that when you're 50, you can be fabulous and 50, just like me and many, many, many others. I use those affirmations throughout the day. If you start to feel a little heavy, you can tap on your chakras. Just open them up. You know, this is the heart chakra, where we hold a lot of stuff. Sometimes I just sit and tap and let go. I see the situations that are plaguing me and I let them go. As soon as the thought comes to me that's negative, I switch it around to something positive, or I tell myself a joke. You have to do something if you want to change. So that's all I wanted to say. Assalamu alaikum, namaste, hotep, shalom alaikum. Peace out to Brooklyn and everywhere else.